හිටපු ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨාධිකරණ විනිශ්චයකාරවරයෙකු වන ආචාර්ය සලීම් මර්සූෆ් මහතාට උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සව දේශනය පැවැත්වීම සඳහා ගෞරවයෙන් ආරාධනය කරමි.
Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor Patmalal M. Managi, members of the Council and Senate, Professor Dushan Jayavikrama, Dean of the Faculty of Management Science and Commerce, senior professors, heads of department and other members of the academic staff, and most importantly, the graduates from the Faculty of Management Studies who are passing out today, and the recipients of the special awards and their family members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. May the blessings of peace, tranquility and mercy be with you on this joyous occasion. Let me begin by felicitating and applauding those who are receiving their degrees today or who have already received their degrees today, their teachers and families on this great day, when all of you, your sustained commitment and hard work reach fruition and all your dreams come true. This is time for celebration, recognition and thanksgiving. It is also time for wishing every one of you who have graduated today and received prizes a successful and satisfying career ahead. And I join all of you, ladies and gentlemen, in wishing all the graduates the best of luck in whatever they choose to do in their future careers. The theme of today's convocation speech is law, ethics and social responsibility, guiding principles for modern management professionals. I understand that the Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce provides very useful courses in a variety of disciplines such as business administration, public administration, estate management, human resource management, marketing management, commerce, finance, and decision sciences, and many such programs. And of course, management is relevant to all these disciplines. As a nation that is currently taking great pains to achieve a greater productivity, we need competent and better managers to achieve progress. And I know that you will be very interested in the theme that I am going to address you on. I am certain that in your course of studies you have learnt about the concepts of law, ethics, and social responsibility. These are interconnected concepts and guide individual and organizational behavior. Law refers to legally binding rules and regulations which all individuals and corporate entities are bound to follow. Ethics involve a system of moral principles and values that guide conduct beyond legal requirements. And a social responsibility is commitment to act in a way that benefits society and the environment. The systems evolved by us ensure that all management decisions must be ethically and legally validated before proceeding to action or implementation. The concept of social responsibility is an important one, not only to individuals such as sole proprietors who manage their own business, but also corporate entities and institutions that engage people to manage their activities, and the responsibility is also cast on those corporations themselves to link the business success with ethical conduct and social good. A strategic approach to social responsibility integrates social and environmental concerns directly into the core operations and decision-making processes of an individual company or other institution is inevitably create long-term benefits for the business and the stakeholders. So as you would have already realized, law, ethics, and social responsibility are the foundational pillars governing modern management professionals towards sustainable long-term success. These principles go beyond achieving short-term profits and require those in business and those in managerial positions to consider the broader impact of their decisions and actions on all stakeholders, including employees, customers, investors, and the society. And when I say society, it includes the global society. Because whatever we do now in Sri Lanka will impact the society, the global society, all over the world. Adhering to principles and practices of social responsibility can bring multifaceted benefits to all stakeholders and the society at large. How the three aspects of corporate social responsibility, law, ethics, and social responsibility are linked together to work for the good of the nation and the world is seen from the consequences. While law involves adhering to applicable laws and regulations, creating a compliant organizational culture, ethics promotes fairness and integrity in decision making, ensuring that business act in accordance with moral values and civic duty. The focus of social responsibility is on the impact of decisions on society and the environment, with a commitment to creating value for all stakeholders and contributing to the sustainable well-being of the communities in which businesses operate. It is in this context that I am happy to note that the University of Sri Jayawardenepura integrates social responsibility through its various agencies and faculties. And while the Student Association of Finance, for example, runs the Snehadara project, which aims to provide support to underprivileged schools and students, in which you probably had participated, its Center for Sustainability provides environmental and social solutions through initiatives such as the mangrove planting and beach cleanup in Mena, the reforestation in Yagirala Forest Reserve, and there are many other opportunities for students. There were many opportunities for students graduating today to have developed an understanding of how social responsibility works. Just to give you an example of how this works is that it helps branding, what we call branding, that is providing good reputation and lifetime relationships between the business and the customers and the public. Secondly, social responsibility initiatives can improve stakeholder relationship by caring about the needs of employees, customers, investors, and communities. This can lead to stronger, more lasting bonds that help businesses to grow. Thirdly, a strong ethical climate and focus on social responsibility helps to attract and retain top talent, boosting job satisfaction and organizational commitment. Fourthly, the practice of social responsibility provides long-term sustainability. In fact, sustainability is a very important concept by balancing economic goals with social and environmental impacts. Fifth, social responsibility practices can reduce risk in compliance and laws and other guidelines that help to mitigate the legal and reputational risks in business. Finally, the most important aspect of social responsibility initiatives is intergenerational equity. What we call intergenerational equity is that what we use for our work, the resources that we use, are preserved, protected, and even developed to a better quality so that the future generation will receive them from us in a way that will help them and not deprive them of these resources in time to come. So every convocation marks the end of the program of study with all the associated hard work, but that does not mean that your education has come to an end today. Today you take home something that can make you a better manager. You don't only take over the certificates, degree certificates and the prizes, but you also take something more that will help you to be a better manager, a better administrator, a good citizen, and a wonderful human being who is better equipped to meet the challenges of the future. So remember always that learning is a lifetime process. And although your years of toiling on your various fields of study has been concluded today, the process of learning must go on throughout life. And you now have the opportunity to apply the knowledge and skills that you have acquired in making decisions and taking action in official functioning as a manager or in any other capacity you choose to work. In fact, this is not that easy. You will find this when you go on. In my 29-year-long career as a state counsel, topped up with 10 more years in the superior courts as a Sri Lankan judge, my experience has been that some public officials, including corporation managers, had yielded to pressure from above and acted against their conscience and failed to do what is expected of them, failed to protect their integrity and the good name that they have, due to fear that they will get transferred from their place of work or will not get promoted. Some people who have been charged with fundamental rights cases, or against whom fundamental rights cases have been instituted, when they were having discussions with me as clients, because we used to protect some of these officials when they are sued, they used to tell us, when I asked them, why did you do this wrong thing, which is contrary to the Constitution, fundamental rights, it affects the people, they say, well, I would have got transferred. My children are all here with me. They will have to find new schools if I go there. So these are personal problems that you will have. But remember that if you yield, then everyone else will also be forced to yield. But if you stand straight and perform your obligations and according to your conscience, then this will stop working like this. So this is the message that I want to give to you. I hope you will be able to avoid such pitfalls in your future career. And as managers, we should be geared to respond positively to the challenges that come our way and to use every opportunity to apply our own learning and our enhanced commitment to social responsibility to help our nation and the rest of the world to unitedly meet enormous challenges we are going to face. It is our duty to use our managerial skills to solve problems that the human family and others like forms with whom we share this world are called upon to grapple with, leaving behind a better world for the generations to come. Not only do all managers hold resources in trust, I think you would have heard this concept of public trust, but even corporate entities have to face that challenge. They have to discharge the trust that is vested on them by their company or institution and by the country. And they have to leave behind a better world for the generations to come. And my view is that I submit, not only do all managers hold resources in trust for the generations to come, but they also are deemed to, in law, to have borrowed these resources from the future generations to which they are duty bound to pass them on in a better condition, in better shape. So let me wish and convey everyone who graduated today and who received distinctions and awards, love and respect, along with best wishes for a better tomorrow. I want to thank the university for inviting me. It has really been a wonderful honor to share some thoughts with you. Thank you and all the very best.